before coaching with Steve for the last 30 years, I was on Lexapro to manage anxiety, stress, moods, my ability to manage anxiety, stress, all things from growing up. I made a decision to get that medications and all the things out of my life when I started coaching with Steve, because I thought that he's now provided me with tools to manage that without antidepressants. And while all those things have not gone away, it's still a challenge for me. I am doing that and managing those things without taking Lexapro after 30 years. So now I have all these tools, and I always say that in my toolbox: daily debriefings, journaling, my faith, a community of guys to rely on and lean on and ask for advice in certain situations. I'm now managing my mental health with all these tools without being medicated. That is gigantic for me, and that's a 30-year turnaround. I mean, I can't say that enough, how big of a challenge and a victory for me that is, to be able to manage that. It's still my cross to bear every day, but man, I have all these tools to manage the ebbs and flows of moods and not being a slave to being emotional and lashing out and being angry. The last 3 years of coaching with Steve and my involvement in personal coaching, I've accomplished more in 3 years than I have an entire lifetime, and I'm 63. It's been the most dramatic and profound thing that I've experienced in these last 3 years out of my whole life. I don't know that there was one seminal moment that said, hey, I need to do this. It's been an evolution. So when I graduated from the project, the thing I took away from my interaction with Steve was how organized this guy is, how much he cannot be dissuaded from having a positive attitude and having a great day. And I'm thinking, whatever he has, I want to have some of that. So then I began coaching personally with Steve, and it's been an evolution over time, and there was no seminal moment, but the more I've been in it, the more I know that it is a foundation that I need and have to have these tools. I cannot do without them. I choose not to do without them, because I lead a much better, productive, happier life, and a life of peace with all these things and the coaching and things I've learned in my life. Well, working with Steve in particular, it's resonated with me because I like the way he's structured. He's really is a no excuses person. Things are either this way or that way for the most part, but also beyond these superficial things, Steve's a well-read, very thoughtful person with a lot of these subjects. Rarely can I bring up a situation or a circumstance that he doesn't have an experience in. So I've always been able to go to him for really sound advice in anything I've encountered in life. So just his structure, his discipline, and the importance of physical fitness resonates with me. I would also say the ability to look at yourself and be an advocate for yourself, which is always a challenge for me. I learned that from Steve in daily debriefings, that you got to celebrate these little victories. And in doing that, kind of turns your opinion of yourself around. It's been a critical thing for me to do that.
What's changed in your life since joining coaching with Steve, and as a man, just a leader in personal life, professional life, just what's really changed? Like, what's been the changes?
Changes in my life in the last 3 years since I got involved with Steve are pretty profound. I'm not a slave to my emotions or moods any longer. I still have ebbs and flows with that, but I'm able to manage and have emotional discipline in most areas of my life. My relationships are deeper, especially with my brother Denny. He's the only brother that I have a relationship with, and the fact that we have such a strong relationship now is a direct result of just me improving as a person and understanding him and accepting his quirks and the things he does that drive me crazy. We have a much deeper and a better relationship, and it's because I've done the work on my end, and I'm able to manage our relationships better. I'm also able to strategize, go to plan B when things aren't working out. So work is my ability to manage the stresses and pressures at work and just in life. That's just improved dramatically. No question, no comparison between that and between my previous life and after I met and got involved with Steve. I would tell anybody that struggles with any of these things that all of our guys in the group struggle with: anxiety, pressure, stress, making money, keeping yourself in shape. I would say you have to strap on your nuts, make a decision, take a chance, put yourself out there, get involved. And it's frustrating for me. I tell a lot of people the benefits of all this, but to get people to take the next step, they have to make a decision. I would say if you truly want to put in the work, there's no magic formula. You will be given all the tools and an outline for how to improve every area of your life: your health, your fitness, your relationships, your ability to make money, your ability to interact with people, your ability to be an advocate for yourself are all there. They are all provided. You have to be willing to take a chance, but you have to put the work in. It's not going to be done for you. If you really are genuinely interested in improving in all those areas, this is the place to be. And this is a starting point for you.